What's up, guys? So I got a little different kind of video today. This is gonna be one where I'm more so just looking for you guys' feedback on something actually. So I talked before in the video I did the other day. I did the 4-year anniversary video. I told you guys how working on setting up a Patreon page and that kind of thing. Patreon's something that's been popular, I don't know, at least a year, maybe a couple years now. A lot of YouTubers have been doing it just as a way to increase revenue, because when you get a big enough audience, you got some people that are seriously dedicated to your channel. I definitely have some here that have been around for quite a while and love watching channels. Sometimes they watch a lot and they comment a lot, other times they watch a lot and they don't say much, and that's fine either way for the most part. But I'm thinking about doing this Patreon page, or I'm planning to do this Patreon page, where oftentimes what people put up there, they have different tiers. Those who don't know, Patreon has different tiers of donations you do. Now you can go on there and just do like a one-time donation if you want. You could go on there and donate to somebody one time. You could donate $1, you could donate $1,000. It's up to you, whatever you want to donate. You could do it one time, or what a lot of people do is they donate monthly. So, and the person who has the page, so like, me or another creator, whoever creates the page, they'll have different tiers of what people get. So sometimes they'll have the first tier where it's like a few bucks, and you might get, it's just like, hey, somebody wants to give you a few bucks a month just because they like your content, they want to support you, Then some of them might have, $5 or $10. They do like a hangout or something like that. Other people, they'll put like subscribers' names in the description if you pay, 15, 20, 25, whatever it is. It totally just depends. They can make it up. Other people do a phone call, they do live hangouts, that kind of thing. So I want to ask you guys, some of your ideas, what you guys thought. Obviously, an easy one to do is, a few dollars a month for people who just want to donate, because they've been watching me maybe for years, they've been watching me for a while, like, hey, you know what, I like you, Jacob, I want to give you a few bucks a month just because I think your content's awesome, here you go. That's one that I'm sure a fair amount of people are going to do. I've got close to 20,000 subscribers now, and at this point, I'm pretty comfortable saying I've helped thousands of people either move here or, just come here on vacation. So, close to 20,000 subscribers and, almost 3 million views at this point. So yeah, I think there's thousands of people I can say that I've helped at this point. Some of those are probably willing to donate monthly to me, even if it's just a few dollars. So that's one thing I thought, just wanted a few bucks to start off. Maybe doing one for $5 or $10, where it's like you can do like a monthly hangout, or like, maybe like a, live Q&A, because I've done Q&As here before, but never did like a live one. So maybe do like a live one on every month, every so often, for people who want to talk to me personally like that. Thinking about doing the one where, maybe you put your name in the description, say, hey, for, 15 or 20 or whatever it is. Even then, sometimes I've seen they have 2 different tiers within like putting people's name in the description of their videos. Thinking about that one, not totally sure. Another one, people can do a one-on-one phone chat. So that's another one. I've seen other Patreon people do with their account is they, have a say, hey, for this much a month, we'll have a one-on-one phone chat. You can talk. So that's something people might be interested for this. If they're looking to move here, they want one-on-one advice to talk to me about neighborhoods to live in or whatever their personal situation is. Or if they need help planning a vacation, they might do that too. They might say, hey, I'm coming down there next month. I just want to talk to you this time and, talk to you about my vacation or whatever the case is, or who knows. That's one. Another one I thought would be cool, and this is probably the most challenging one to pull off, would be, have some people on here to talk about like people, especially like older people who've been around Vegas for a long time, to have them talk about what Vegas was like, years ago. I'm talking, 20, 30 plus years ago, have them talk about, what Vegas was like. And it could be somebody who just grew up here as a kid. It could be an older person who moved here when they were adult, but now they're way older and they remember what it was like, back in the 60s or 70s or 80s or whatever the case was. Hearing people talk about like old stories, that would be cool, because I know some of you just love Vegas, right? You love, anything and everything to do with Vegas. So seeing some people talk about like old stories of Vegas would be cool. The hard part with that is, one, finding people, to do it. Finding people who have, the information or the knowledge. 2, getting them to agree to do it. 3, getting them to be on camera to talk and share their stories. And then 4, trying to schedule time to sit down with them and get that all coordinated out. So collaborations are cool, but it's, it's hard sometimes. You're trying to get other people's schedules lined up, because life happens to everyone. So, but I thought that was something that people would definitely be willing to pay for, to hear like stories of like old Vegas, what Vegas was like years ago. And then maybe something else too, kind of in the same vein, where I try to talk to some people who are like in the industry, who work on the Strip, or people here, maybe some, realtors in the area, get there. People like who are experts in what they do, so we can give you that kind of behind the scenes knowledge. Just maybe someone who's a realtor and knows been around Vegas for a long time. They can tell you a lot of real estate history of this area, and they can tell you what's going on, give you like, updates every so often, have them, come on there as a guest, talk to people who work on the Strip and hospitality, stuff like that. Maybe Some people who are in that realm, you know, talk about, hey, what's it like to work at a restaurant, what's it like to be a bartender, you know, anything along those lines, what's it like to manage a steakhouse or something like that, what's it like to work in one of these hotels, and just hear them talk about it. So, you know, I've thought about that, trying to get other people on there to talk. But, you know, it's not gonna be stuff that someone's like willing to pay for. You know, it doesn't have to be super expensive, but it's things that people are willing to pay for. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about, you know, just suggestions you have. If you want to say, hey, I think this, and this would be cool. I think, hey, you should try this. I think people would like this. Throw it in the comment section, guys. Throw it down there. If you guys want to put like, hey, you know, price points you think, you know, for donating, for like, you know, people who want to donate at this point, they get this, at this point, they get this. I have some ideas in my head, and, you know, there might be some trial and error involved with it, but I want to hear what you guys have to say, because you guys might have some great ideas that I haven't thought of yet. So please put your suggestions down below if you have any for Patreon, for different ideas you think to do for, as you know, an outlet for people who just want to, you know, pay some money each month and they want to get some extra content. They want to maybe talk to me, you know, in a live format or whatever the case may be. So tell me what you guys think down below. Thanks for watching. I'm Jacob. It's My Life in Vegas.